Divorce.
Hey man, welcome back to the Super Divorce YouTube channel.
Welcome.
Nicholas Villar is here, aka Super Divorce, and today, Fleshbreak. Let's try. Honey, wake up. You open your eyes. The first thing you saw when you opened your eyes was your smiling wife, Horu. She had a short black hair with violet highlights underneath. She also has a well-defined nose, beautiful eyes, and is dressed in a sexy outfit. Good morning, my beautiful wife. Horu suddenly smiled at you before she touched your cheek and kissed you on the lips. Before your lips could part, you felt a warmth spreading through your body and a desire to claim your wife. You have a choice now. Make love with Horu, restrain yourself, and get up from bed. Well, why not? Why don't we make love with our wife? Now it's peaceful. What's happening outside? Why are there so many ambulances and police cars with their sirens on? I don't know either. Maybe there was an accident or an emergency that needed to be taken to the hospital. You know, our neighbors here are mostly elderly, so many have health issues. So, where's our next destination, Han? I'm already excited about the places we're going to visit. I don't know where yet, honey, but later I'll look for a spot we can go to. Bing bong! You opened the door. It's a police officer with a gas mask. Good day, sir. I'd like to know how many of you are inside the house. It's just me, my wife, and my younger sister, officer. Okay, sir. I just want to remind you that if possible, please do not leave your house. Well, why, officer? What's happening? Why do I hear so many sounds of ambulances and police cars? Sir, please just follow what I said if you don't want your whole family to get harmed in case you go outside. It's too dangerous outside now. Still puzzled and confused by what the police officer said, you immediately turned on the TV news. There, you found out what was happening outside through the news reports. What? Contagious skin disease? A walking flash? God, what's happening to the world, honey? But before you could calm your wife, Horu, a loud yawn broke the silence. You turned and saw your younger sister, Aurora. Good morning, everyone. Especially to my super handsome older brother and his stunning wife. Oh, you made me blush, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. How was your sleep? It was good, but it'll be a lot better if we go camping somewhere else. Don't worry, Aurora. We'll head out again and look for a new place far from here so you can sleep soundly again. Right, hun? Really? Should I start packing my clothes again? You remain silent while looking at Horu and Aurora. You are hesitant whether to tell Aurora about the infectious disease happening outside. Because you're worried about her. You don't want to see your sibling afraid and going through problems. As the older brother, you're the one who feels the pain and struggles whenever Aurora is sad. Ever since you lost your parents, you have promised to take care of her. Aurora is the only family you have left. I promise you, Mommy, Daddy, I will take care of Aurora just like you took care of us. I will never, ever leave her. So even after you got married, you still kept Aurora with you. It's better that she knows what's going on than to keep her in the dark. So let's tell Aurora about the contagious skin disease. Not yet, Aurora. It's still a bit dangerous outside right now. Why? I don't know if you'll understand this, Aurora, but I know you're smart. I'll explain it to you so you'll know what's happening outside and around you. we can't go outside yet because there's a contagious disease outside, and I'm just taking care of you and Horu. Do you understand, Alora? Yes, I understand. But isn't there any medication for the disease that's spreading now, so the problem doesn't get any worse? Can't the government or scientists do anything about the challenges the world is dealing with today? I don't know, Alora, but it would be better for us to stay inside the house for now. Only until a cure for the contagious disease is found. Hopefully, the government and the scientists are already thinking of solutions to this problem. We need to get out of here, honey. I don't think we're safe if we stay here, just like the police officer said. Calm down, honey. There are still many police officers outside, and it seems like they have no intention of leaving yet. They're still keeping watch outside. And besides, if we leave and go outside, we have no protection for ourselves. We still don't know much about that contagious disease. I'm scared now, hon. It looks like almost everyone around us is already infected with that disease. And I saw in the news how a person's flesh moved and stuck to the nurse's face. What if it's already here around us, too? Oh my goodness, honey. I don't want to die yet. I don't want to leave you. Calm down, honey. You're not going to die. I'm here. I won't leave you and Alora, all right? Despite your own fear of what might unfold if the infectious disease keeps spreading, you rushed to her side and embraced her, offering comfort and calming her fear. After some time, Horu gradually settled and you both rested with a short nap. You open your eyes. There are many trees around you, and no houses are nearby where you are standing. You call for help. Help! But no one answers. You try to move, but your body remains still. Suddenly, you feel something stick to your arm, crawling up your shoulder and straight to your face. The contagious moving human flesh crawling through your system, forcing its way through your mouth. You tried pulling it away with all your strength, but you failed. It finally made its way through your mouth. And suddenly, you open your eyes. It was just a dream. I thought it was real. You got up from your bed and stepped out of your room. You peeked by your door and saw 5 police officers all wearing full gas masks. Their bodies were covered in protective equipment, patrolling outside while carrying long guns. You don't need these anymore, because you're already dead, you assholes! Hey! Can you help us? After the man took all the police officers' equipment, he approached you with his gun pointed at you. Who are you? Are you infected? No, I'm Lennox, sir. My family and I couldn't get out of the house earlier because there were police officers standing guard there. Can you help us, please? What can I do to help you then? Well, we don't have any protective equipment that we can use for ourselves. What is your name, sir? I'm Axton. Honey, who's that? This is Axton, honey. I asked him for help so we could get out of here. He has protective equipment that we can use when we go outside. Oh, what good news! Horu's face lit up because of what you said. It might be better if you just stay here inside your house. It's more dangerous outside. We don't know who's infected and who isn't. Especially now that there are more moving flesh spreading around. That's even more dangerous. No! We have to leave this place. We won't survive here without going for food. You think there's still food out there in a situation like this? Where are you even going to find clean and safe food, woman? Before Horu could respond, something heading to your location caught your eye. A moving flesh approaching, coming from the 5 police officers lying motionless on the road. Watch out, Axton! Quick, I need to grab Axton's collar to save him from the flesh. You dragged Axton into your house just before the moving flesh got too close. That was a close one. Thanks, Lennox. No worries, man. As a token of gratitude, I'm giving these to you. Axton pointed to the personal protective equipment that he brought. The PPE, they call that. Thanks, Axton. You're welcome, bro. I know a hiding place, but it's pretty far, and we'll need to walk a long way. We have to get our equipment ready to defend ourselves from the infected, especially from the moving flesh. Are you sure? Is it safe there? Aren't we going to use a car so we can get to our destination faster? Yes, that's where I came from before I ended up here. We can't use a vehicle, because how will we find food along the road if we're just driving? You guys want to come with me? Or would you rather stay here? If it's safer there, we're coming with you. Yes, bro. Trust me, Lennox. Besides, we have protective equipment for ourselves. Here, hold this. You'll need it. He handed you a gun. Even though you're afraid of guns, you took it without hesitation. While all of you are walking along the road toward your destination, an elderly woman and an elderly man suddenly appear. They have no protection on their bodies. An elderly woman is crying while being comforted by her husband. Sir, could you please help me and my husband? We've been walking for a while and asking others for help, but no one wants to help us. Please, sir, help us. I don't want to die. My husband and I aren't ready to die yet. Don't help them, Lennox. We don't know if they're infected or not. But you couldn't bear to look at the elderly woman and her husband while they are crying for help. You suddenly remember your parents, because if they were still alive, you wouldn't abandon them either. Now, you have to make a decision. Help the elderly woman and her husband, or do not help the elderly woman and her husband. Why don't we give them some help, please? Come with us. We know a place where all of us will be safe. Thank you so much, sir. I will be forever grateful for the help you've given me and my husband. I never thought anyone would still be willing to help us. Why are you bringing them with us to where we're going? Are you out of your mind? What if they're infected? Axton is right, honey. What if the two of them are infected? There's a possibility that we could get infected because of them, especially Alora. Your younger sister doesn't deserve that, honey. Listen to me. We're all going through hardships in times like these. That's exactly why we need to help one another. But you don't have to help every single time, Lennox. Remember, when you help too much, it can end up hurting you too. But that's your decision. I won't interfere anymore. You took the elderly woman and her husband with you wherever you were going. You gave them masks to protect them from infectious diseases. All of you have already got food to eat before continuing your journey to your destination. And to eat, you all removed your full gas masks. You walked toward the weak elderly man and gave him some water to drink. So thank you very much, sir. Oh, what's that on his neck? You're infected? All your companions were shocked and terrified by what they had just discovered. And you all knew. You were already infected too. The player is infected. Game over. What the fuck? Just like that, huh? Well, shit. I guess I won't help out anymore. Okay, we're gonna tell him to fuck off this time. Do not help the elderly woman and her husband. I'm sorry, ma'am, but we can't help you either. Please, sir. At least take my husband. Just take him with you. To take care of him. No! Don't take that elderly man, honey. We're just being cautious here. Lennox, your wife has a point. Let's not waste more time. It's getting dark soon. I'm sorry, ma'am, but it's best if you leave now and focus on saving yourself and your husband. Can we go inside the grocery store? I've been hungry for a while now. I want to get something to eat. We've been walking for a while without stopping to eat. Alora is right. We've been walking for a long time, and we haven't even stopped for water. We might not die from the disease, but we'll end up dying from hunger. All right, let's stay here for the night. We'll continue walking tomorrow. It's already dangerous because it's already dark outside. There were a few people inside in the grocery store when you entered. Just like you, all of them were wearing protective equipment to protect themselves against infectious diseases. Let's gather the food we'll need for tomorrow. We have a long walk ahead of us again. Or worse, we might not come across a grocery store like this again tomorrow. You had just started gathering the food you would bring for tomorrow. Click, then drag food into the bag to collect. Let's get some grain crunchies. Let's get some, whatever that is. Is it peanut butter? Some grain bits. Some harvest barley. Some water. Uh-oh. But after only a short while, all of you froze in place when you suddenly heard someone scream. Jesus! That woman is infected! It's a good thing we didn't take off our full gas mask. You saw a woman with almost no skin left, and you could clearly see the flash all over her body. All of you, stay away from her. Any moment now, she'll fully turn into a moving flash. Please, help my wife. She's going to get better. Right? You already know the answer to your question, sir. Don't lie to yourself. I know it's painful to lose a wife, but in our situation right now, we have to face the truth. No! I'd rather just die than be without my wife. We've also lost our only child because of this fucking virus. Everyone was shocked, their eyes wide open, when suddenly a strange man grabbed the wife's lips. People like these shouldn't still be alive. You're letting your emotions take over in a situation like this. In this kind of situation, there's no room for the weak. I'm scared. Why did that woman's face look different earlier? And why was the man crying? Why did he get shot, Lennox? Don't be afraid. I'm right here, all right? I won't ever leave you, Alora. You hugged Alora, hoping to ease even just a little of the fear she was feeling. Because you can't stand seeing her scared. When morning came, you continued walking once again. How are you able to do that? What? To have courage and ending a person's life is hard, Axton. How are you able to do that? It's simple. In a situation like this, being weak is not an option, because if you're weak, you'll die. You'll lose this game, Lennox. We already saw that happen once. And another thing, I was studying to be a scientist before this infectious disease happened. And as a scientist, You have to be brave in everything, because you yourself will be the first to test the medicines you create. Is that how it works? I don't think that's how it works exactly. You don't just make a new medicine and test it out on yourself. Usually there are animal trials, clinical trials on other people. That's why weakness is not allowed among us. Being a scientist isn't enough reason to be brave, Axton. Admit it. Have you been a killer before? Are you accusing me of being a killer? Is it my fault that they were stupid and got infected? And do you really think those people will live long if they're already infected? No, Linux. That's why what I did was the right thing. It helped lower the number of infected, even if just a little. What if I killed you right now in front of your wife and sister? No, please! I'm sorry for what my husband said. He didn't really mean to say those things to you. You were both just carried away by your emotions and everything that's happening around us. Calm down and put your gun down. We should work together and not fight. You'd better talk to your husband. He needs to be brave like me, so he won't lose in this game. Train yourselves not to be weak. You resumed walking toward your destination once again. And all of you are tired. None of you have any intention to give up. Are we still far, Axton? We're getting close to our destination. Help! Please help me! My infected dad is chasing me! An elderly man with white hair was struggling to walk as he approached where you were. You saw Axton holding his gun. Daddy, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. Maybe, Dad, in the next life, I'd still want you to be my father. I'll never forget all the happy days we spent together. I love you, Daddy. But for now, I have to survive. I need to keep fighting. Whatever my feet may take me, wherever my feet may take me. Even if things seem hopeless right now. I promise you, Dad, I will keep going for you and for Mom. Maybe you're infected too, just like your father. No! No! I'm not infected, I promise. Only my dad's infected. My mom is already dead because of this infectious disease. How can we be sure that you're not infected? Feel free to observe me. The virus only transfers within 3 hours. If you see anything unusual on my skin, that's a symptom of the infectious disease. Don't take off that full mask of yours. I'll be watching you for 3 hours. And if you show any symptoms, then I'm sorry, but you'll be the one to take the last bullet from my gun. Do you understand? Yes, my name is Sarah. I was a nurse at a public hospital before. That's why I witnessed all the infected patients. Every single one of them had turned into a full-blown moving flash. Can I come with you, guys? It's better if you come with us while we observe you. We're getting close to our destination. Linux is right. Let's go. If we stay here any longer, we might end up walking in the dark. You walked for several hours until nightfall caught up with you, and there was nowhere left to stay for the night. It was already midnight when you came across a small house. All of you stayed outside the house. Hello? Is there anyone here? It seems like there's no one left in this house. You go inside first, Linux, since your gun has plenty of bullets. I only have one bullet left in my gun. There was nothing you could do but go in first, holding the gun Axton gave you. The door wasn't locked, so you opened it right away. What the fuck? Disgusting! Everyone with you looked over and approached where you were. And on all their faces, shock and fear were clearly visible too. So many moving fleshes. Let's get out of here. That moving flesh might crawl to us if we sleep here. No, we're not leaving. This is our chance to observe those moving flashes. We need to observe them. We need to figure out how to eliminate them. We're fully equipped to protect ourselves. You went in first, keeping your eyes fixed on the moving flashes near the table. Your companions followed, entering slowly just like you did. And just like you hear them getting nauseous because of what they saw. Those small moving flashes. I'm sure they're the pets. Already infected too. And when they crawl on you, well, it's hard to get them off your skin until they reach your face and try to get into your mouth. How do we get them off our skin once they stick to us? How do we get rid of them? I don't know yet. I have no idea how to get rid of them. It's still easier to eliminate someone who's just infected. But creatures like these moving flashes are much harder to destroy. You saw Sierra take a small moving flash. It stuck to her. She tried to remove it from her hand, but she had a hard time because it was clinging too tightly to her skin. How can we get rid of that moving flesh on your hand, Sierra? It might crawl up to your face. Do you have a knife there? We'll try to cut it into pieces. Let's see what will happen. Here. Left click to slice the flesh. You gotta cut it to ribbons, as they say. Sierra tried to cut off the moving flesh in her hand. With each cut she made, it fell off one after another and didn't move anymore. Look, they can no longer live if they're cut into pieces. That means, with a knife, we can kill them. But with so many of them, I don't know how we'll ever get rid of them all. That's okay. What matters is that we now know how to get rid of them. Sierra cut all the moving flashes on the table into pieces. She destroyed them all, and all of them stopped moving. When morning came, you continued walking. You saw Alora adjusting her protective equipment, and you were about to help her. But you felt anxious and afraid when you saw redness on Alora's skin near her neck. Uh-oh. Don't look at it. I don't want anyone to know about it. I don't want them to kill Alora. I can't bear it. I know it's hard for you too, Lennox. But you know what will happen to her if this goes on, Horu. She'll become one of the moving flesh. And you know what we do to the moving flesh, don't you? I know, Lennox. But I can't bear to see Alora's life end. Right in front of me. I just can't. What about you, huh? Can you handle it? Is there a problem between you and your wife, Lennox? Are you two fighting? You hesitate to tell them about Alora's condition because you're afraid they'll find out she's infected. You don't want to witness her life coming to an end right before your eyes. The decision now rests with you, whether to tell them or keep it a secret. Don't tell them about Alora and just keep it a secret, or tell Axton and Sierra about Alora being infected. Well, maybe we're gonna find some sort of antidote. We'll try. We'll keep it a secret for now. No, Axton. Horu and I were just talking something. Yes, we're just having a conversation. But please don't mind us. What are we going to do now, Horu? No one must find out about Alora's condition. I don't think I can handle losing my sibling. Did I fail as his older brother, Horu? We must keep Alora's condition to ourselves, Lennox. If you truly don't want Alora to be gone from us forever. You and Horu decide not to tell Axton and Sierra about Alora being infected. You continued walking until you reached your destination. Wow! I used to only see this in pictures. Now it's right in front of me. It's beautiful! Whose house is this? This is the house of Dr. Besher. This is what I thought was the safest place and house because the entire house is closed off. So no infected people or moving flesh can get inside. He is one of the best scientists in the world. All scientists admire him and want to emulate his excellence. And I am one of those who admire him. That's why I want to create medicine someday and be known worldwide as one of the best scientists. But no one can match his ability to create medicines for diseases. Where is he now? Was he still alive before this contagious disease happened? We can look for him. And he might be able to create a cure for this spreading disease. He's no longer here. He was the very first person infected by this contagious disease. What do you mean? He failed in making the medicine. And this was the result. The infectious disease that is spreading now. What the fucking hell? Fuck him to death! He deserves to die first! Can we take off our full gas mask now? Because I've been thirsty for a while. Axton nodded. All of you took off your full gas masks, and one by one, you drank water. What the fuck? Your younger sister is infected. We're all infected here. It's too late to put back on our full gas masks now. Lennox, Horu, am I infected too? What am I supposed to do? Am I really going to die? I can't die now, can I? I'm not going to die. You're a traitor, Lennox. Why didn't you tell me that your younger sibling is already infected, huh? I'm sorry, Axton, Sierra, but I don't want to leave Alora outside alone. I can't bear to see her crying and scared. I'm the only one left with her in this life. I can't stand seeing them struggle. It hurts me deeply. I'm so sorry. Fuck you, Lennox. Fuck you in hell. I hope your soul stays restless, even after you die. After Axton said that, you saw him quickly grab his gun from his side and point it at himself. It was too late for you to stop him. Axton shot himself, and you just saw him lying on the floor lifeless. I'm so sorry. I didn't want this to happen. I didn't mean to get infected. And after spending 3 hours at Dr. Besher's mansion, you began to feel symptoms. And what happened next was that you slowly began to turn into moving flesh. And you didn't escape the infection. The story ended with you losing this game. Okay, so I guess we have to tell him this time. Let's tell Axton and Sierra about Alora being infected. My wife and I are not fighting, but there's something we need to tell you. I saw that Alora has redness on her neck, and that is one of the symptoms of the infectious disease. I don't know how she got it when she was fully equipped with protective gear. How did that happen? Did you remove her full gas mask? Yes, last night, but it was only for a few seconds. Besides, there were no more moving flesh at that time because you had already killed them. Then there's nothing more we can do. We need to leave her here, Lennox and Horu. Or if you want, we can just end her life. Am I going to die, Lennox? I'm not ready to die yet, Horu. Please, you and Lennox, help me. Calm down, Alora. Don't panic. Lennox and I are here for you, all right? Horu hugged your younger sibling Alora to ease the fear she was feeling. You quickly looked away because it hurt you every time you saw Alora crying, struggling, and scared. What will your decision be, Lennox? We can't take Alora anymore, so I've only thought of 2 options for her. Do we leave her here, or mercifully end her life? No! Don't kill her, please! I will still bring her wherever we go. I don't want to leave Alora here, please. Have mercy on her. Can we still bring her with us? After all, she's my younger sister. Besides, she has protective equipment, so she won't infect others. No, we can't bring her anymore, Lennox and Horu. Because if we could, we would have already brought Sierra's father. But we didn't. Now, you two will choose. Do we leave her here alive, or do we end her life here and now? No! And my life too. If you're going to take Alora's life, then take mine as well. Like I said, Horu, in a situation like this, we shouldn't feel pity. What are you still waiting for, Lennox? You already have a gun. Why won't you shoot her? One less infected, one less problem. Shoot her before it's too late. Don't listen to him, Lennox. Have mercy on your younger sister. Can you really kill her right in front of us? Listen to me, Lennox. It's now or never. End it before the flesh consume her. End her suffering, Lennox. No! No, please! I know how hard it is to lose someone you love, especially in times like this when we need someone by our side to lean on. But taking Laura with us won't help if she's already infected. Our lives are on the line here, Lennox and Horu. Think carefully about what Sierra and I said, Lennox. Give your younger sister the peace she deserves. Don't make her suffer any longer when you can end her life now. Just shoot me, Lennox. Don't worry. I will never be mad at you. I could never bring myself to hate the most loving and caring older brother that I've ever had. Please take care of my older brother, Horu. I love you both very much. Laura. I'm okay, Horu. I'm already infected. I don't want to infect you and Lennox. Things will feel lighter if I stay here. You hear her, Lennox. Give her peace, Lennox. Peace! Why did you do that, Lennox? I'm sorry. I hate you! I hate you! You did the right thing, Lennox. I killed her. I killed Laura with my own hand. At least this way she won't have to suffer. Life demands sacrifice sometimes, even when it hurts. I really hate both of you. Shut up, Horu. Someone might hear us here. Fuck! We need to leave this place now. Oh. We gotta run. We gotta run. Okay. We ran away. Everyone turned their eyes to the grand house. The look of admiration on each of their faces reflected the undeniable beauty of the house. Whose house is this, Axton? This is Dr. Bescher's house. This is what I thought was the safest place because the entire house is closed off. Well, not closed off so that we couldn't get in, right? We got in. So, no infected people or moving flesh can get inside. He is one of the best scientists in the world. All scientists admire him and want to emulate his excellence. I am one of those who admire him. That's why I want to create medicine someday and be known worldwide as one of the best scientists. But no one can match his ability to create medicines for diseases. Where is he now? Is he infected too? We can try to find him. He might be the one who can create a cure for this fucking contagious disease. He's gone now. He was the very first to get infected. What do you mean? He is the reason why a contagious disease is now spreading. He tried to create a cure for cancer, but he failed. Instead, he ended up creating a highly infectious disease. That means he's not a great scientist. Because if he truly were, the medicine he created wouldn't have turned out like this! He just made a mistake, Lennox. He only messed up once, and you're going to say he's not a good scientist? What about the medicines he successfully created? We're still using those! Yes, he only made one mistake. But what happened because of that one mistake, Axton? Look where we are now! I lost my younger sister because of him. We lost our loved ones because of this damned disease. Because a great scientist doesn't fail. A great scientist finds a way to fix a failed cure so it won't harm anyone else, Axton. So, how can you say he's a great scientist? You wouldn't understand. Because you're not a scientist. You're just an ordinary worker trying to survive day by day. Can you stop already? We can't undo Dr. Bescher's mistake, so there's no point in fighting about it. What we need to do now is be careful and figure out how we can survive this contagious disease. Sierra's right. There's no point in fighting amongst ourselves. What we need now is to help each other. And can we please take off these gas masks now? I've been walking for hours and I'm thirsty. Yes, we can now take off our gas masks. But only here inside the house. Everyone took off their gas masks. Suddenly, you remembered your younger sister Alora. She would surely be happy if she were with you and found out that she could take off the full gas mask. If only you were here, Alora, you would feel what it's like to be without a gas mask on your head, but you're gone. You were walking down the hallway when you heard the moaning of a man and a woman coming from the door on the left side. And because of your curiosity, you hesitate whether to open the door and peek at what's happening inside, or just leave it alone and ignore what you have heard. Why don't we open the door and take a peek? Let's take a quick sneak peek. Well, it appears that we're being cucked by Axton. He is in bed with Horu, our wife. How could you do this to me, Horu? I never thought you could do this to me. Tell me, do you still love me? Am I still the one you love? Or have your feelings changed? Lennox! I'm sorry, honey. Are you fooling me? When did I ever lack in showing you love? I loved you, Horu. More than you ever knew. And this is all you're giving me in return? How long have you been doing this? How long have you been fooling me? Let me explain, honey. I didn't mean for this to happen. I'm just a woman, weak to things like this. Lennox. Fucking shut up, Axton! You two are traitors. Why did it have to be my wife, Axton? Don't you feel any pity for me? I've already lost my younger sibling. And now, you're taking my wife? He's the only person I have left in this life, Axton. I'm sorry, Lennox. It's all my fault. I admit that I made a mistake. And I won't deny that I like your wife. Out of anger and annoyance at Axton, you immediately started beating him up without hesitation. Because you still can't stop thinking about what you saw earlier. You're an asshole, Axton. You knew Horu was my wife. And yet, You still chose to have sex with her. Are you even thinking? That's enough, Lennox. Come on, let's get out of here. Let's go back to our room. Go ahead to our room first, Horu. Give me some time to think before I can forgive you. I'm not sleepy anymore either. I just need to take a breath to ease my anger. You're sitting on the sofa, deep in thought, replaying in your mind what you witnessed earlier between Horu and Axton. Every time you remember what Axton did to Horu, your anger intensifies. Looks like you're deep in thought, huh? Sierra sat down beside you, her one hand resting gently on your thigh. You looked at her because of what she did, but she kept her hand on your thigh. What are you doing, Sierra? What do you think I'm doing, Lennox? I heard the argument between the three of you earlier. I never thought Horu would do something like that to you. My bad. Can you still forgive people like that, Lennox? Yeah, the ones who lie to your face without shame. Does your wife really still love you? She's my wife, Sierra. I love her more than I love myself. And I made a promise to my younger sister, Alora, that I would take care of and protect Horu for her. Because that was the very last promise I made to Alora. And if I fail to keep even that, then what kind of person am I, Sierra? I'd be completely worthless. That's why I still accept her, despite what she's done. I understand, Lennox. But if you want to ease some of the pain you're feeling, we could do what they did earlier. Just to even the score, if that's what you want. I don't want to do to others what Horu did, Sierra. I only want to do that to her. No one else. Only her. But my wife is waiting for me. Thanks for talking with me, Sierra. I'm going to sleep now. I'll leave you here. Good night. You stood beside Sierra right away, while she remained looking at you as you walked toward your and Horu's room. Lennox. This day has been tiring. Let's go to sleep. You pulled her hand off your arm, and you lay down on your bed first and closed your eyes. You woke up because you felt that someone was holding your... Who said I was mad at you? I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I was hurt by what you did. But I just need time to heal. That doesn't mean I'm giving up on you. Horu, I love you. More than words can say, more than I even love myself. Lennox, how do you find it so easy to forgive someone who's hurt you? I forgive because I love you. It's really that simple, Horu. And I made a promise to Alora to cherish and protect you because I failed to protect her. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much. I love you, Lennox. I love you, honey. Horu hugged you and kissed you on the lips. You secretly smiled because you knew that your sister Alora was happy because of what you did. I gotta pause for a minute and say, if she's a good sister, she probably would not be okay with what Horu did, and she might understand if we left Horu for dead. A fitting name, huh? Horu. 'Cause she's a whore! You saw Sierra holding a glass filled with coffee. She looked at you while continuing to stir her coffee. Want some coffee? I'll make you one if you want. No, I'll take care of it since I'm also preparing one for my wife. Thank you for the offer. All of you are in the living room to discuss what to do next. So, what are we going to do now? We can't run out of food here. We've got a safe house, but we don't have enough food for our daily needs. That means we have to leave this place again and look for food that's safe to eat. We can't risk everyone leaving. 2 brave ones among us must go out and find food. I'll go alone. I can handle finding our food. I'll go with you. It's better if you have someone with you outside. Because no matter what happens to you, you're not alone. You have someone by your side to help you. There's no need, Sierra. Stay here with Horu. It's safer if you and Horu don't go outside. I can do this on my own now. I'll go with you, Lennox. The 2 of you stay here and don't step outside the house, no matter what. Understand? You and Axton are walking while looking for a store where you can find safe food while you put on your protective equipment again. As if nothing happened between you 2 last night. We could check that grocery store. Maybe. There might still be some food left inside that we can eat. Let's go. Alright. You and Axton walked toward the grocery store. But as you got near the door, a gun was pointed at you. It was held by an old man. He was also wearing protective equipment similar to what you were wearing. We're not bad people, sir. We're just here to find some food to eat. Don't get your food from here. The food here is mine now. So go look somewhere else. And who are you to say that, huh? You don't own this grocery store, so we have every right to take food from here inside. Damn you, old man! Leave now, or my bullet will throw you out. Don't be brave around my territory, asshole young man. Enough, Axton. Let's just get out of here. Let's just leave him here. And we will look for another grocery store where we can get our food. You pulled Axton away from the old man. You kept walking and searching for a place to get food. Then you stopped in front of a supermarket. This supermarket is huge, Lennox. Let's split up to search for food and meet back here outside when we're finished. Alright, let's just meet back here later. Once you and Axton went your separate ways, you began searching for food inside the supermarket. Let's get some quick time. Let's get some of this Paulette a la Revere. Let's get some quality spread. And maybe, what are those, chocolates? We might want to get some Mountain House coffee. Maybe some Country Mill rolled oats. Uh-oh. What is this? When the red bar reaches a pattern, quickly press the matching key to respond. Each correct input speeds up the game, or if the red bar reaches the end, things get even faster. Patterns will appear one at a time, so stay sharp and act fast. Your reflexes are your only defense. Good luck before the flesh get you. So like on the key like that. Down, down. We got him. Okay, let's take some quick time. Uh-oh. Another flesh here. We got him. How about some chocolates? Uh-oh. Got him. All right, good job. We did it. You carefully inspected the food you picked up to see if there were any holes or damage. It took almost half an hour before your bag was filled. You walked out of the supermarket carrying the food. When you arrived at your meeting place with Axton, he still wasn't there. So you decided to go back to the old man at the grocery store to convince him to come with you, because you were sure he wasn't infected. What are you doing here again? Didn't I already tell you and your friend to get out of here? Why did you come back? Look, I didn't come back to cause trouble with you here, sir. I came to invite you to join us. We know a more secure place.
Go ahead, young man. I'm not leaving. My wife's here, and I'm staying with her.
Where's your wife, sir? I don't see her around you. The old man pointed to a moving flash in the corner. You saw it moving.
That's her. She's completely turned into a moving flash. And she's here with me inside the grocery store. And I don't want to leave her here.
Lennox, I've been waiting for you outside the supermarket. You were just here all along? Why did you go back to that old man?
Get out of here before your friend starts causing trouble again.
I just had a question for the old man. Are you done? Come on, let's go back home. Got the groceries. When you arrived at Dr. Bescher's house, you immediately removed your protective equipment and placed it in the hidden cabinet beside the door. Then, you saw Horu and Sierra with wounds and bruises on their arms and faces. Their hair was also messy, which shocked you. You were speechless and immediately approached Horu, who was now crying while clinging to your arm. What happened? Did you two fight while we were gone earlier? Why do you both have wounds and scratches on your bodies and faces, huh? It was Sierra who started it, honey. She wants to take you away from me. She admitted that she likes you and she's going to steal you from me. And she suddenly pulled my hair. Are all the accusations that Horu made against you true, Sierra? Oh, what the? Don't you believe me, honey? I'm your wife here. Why does it feel like you trust Sierra more than me? Why do you have to ask her again? Do you trust her more than me? It's not like that, Horu. I just want to hear her side as well. Isn't that the right thing to do? We shouldn't accuse someone without hearing their side first. Even so, honey, aren't the wounds on my face and body, aren't they enough proof that she was the one who started the fight? Please believe me, I'm your wife. We should be on the same side here. Would I be a bad person if I told you not to believe what your wife told you, Lennox? Oh, never mind. Since it looks like I need to understand her, then I will take responsibility for the accusations she has made against me. But don't expect me to apologize to her. That's not in my vocabulary. How dare you say that, huh? You bitch! Uh-huh. Well, which one of us is the bitch, Horu? I really pity you. You even have to lie just to get your husband to take your side. That's enough, you two, please. Stop fighting. This is going nowhere if you keep fighting. Besides, no one's going to admit if anything anyway, so stop it. Axton's right. Stop fighting between the two of you. You're only making your argument worse. It would be better if the two of you just stayed quiet. We're supposed to be four of us working together. But you two, you're just fighting. After you and Axton settled the argument between Horu and Sierra, you immediately went to the kitchen to calm your nerves. You grabbed a cup and started brewing some coffee. What you didn't know was that Axton had followed you in, and, just like you, he also grabbed a cup and began making coffee. Axton, I remember you once told me that you were studying to become a scientist, right? Yes, why? Are you now capable of making medicine? Are you joking, Lennox? Go ahead. Tell me how I can make medicine in this situation. We don't even have the tools or equipment to make it. And we don't have a laboratory to create the medicine, Lennox. That's why what you're saying is completely impossible, Lennox. We can help you find the equipment you need out there, Axton. I'll help you gather everything you'll need. Maybe, just maybe, you can create a cure to finally end this contagious disease. Axton laughed at your words, his expression showing full of disbelief, as if everything you had just said were nothing more than a ridiculous joke. I didn't know you could joke around too, Lennox. Enough with your jokes. My stomach already hurts from laughing too much. I'm not joking, Axton. I'm serious about what I told you. I believe you can create a cure for this contagious disease. Why don't you give it a try? We'll still be short on equipment, Lennox. Besides, I don't have much confidence in myself when it comes to making medicines. Yes, I admire Dr. Besher because he's a great scientist, but I admit, I'm not as skilled as he is. I'm afraid the situation might only get worse, Lennox. That's not true, Axton. I know you can do it. You can make your own medicine. Believe in yourself. You're capable of doing it. As long as there's someone who trusts you, keep going, Axton. I don't know why you're like that, Lennox. I did something wrong to you. I wasn't kind to you. And I even admitted that I like your wife. Yet, here you are. Still talking to me, and you still trust me completely. Aren't you even going to punch me? Or kill me right now? In a situation like this, Axton, there's no point in fighting anymore. Besides, I've already forgiven Horu. I love my wife, Axton. I love her so much to the point that if she's going to beg me to let her go, I don't think I could give her the freedom that she wants. Maybe. That's just how it is when you love someone. No matter what they've done to you, you still accept them because you love them. I truly admire your kindness, Lennox. But even if we have the equipment, we still don't have a laboratory. Dr. Besher's mansion doesn't have one. That's why it will still be difficult for us to make any medicine, Lennox. But do you know where Dr. Besher's laboratory is? We can try to find it if you know how to get there. We can't stay here for long. We won't make any progress or come up with a plan if we stay here and just act like cowards. It's not that far from Dr. Besher's mansion, Lennox. But it's not safe there. Unlike here, where we can take off our protective equipment. But in Dr. Besher's laboratory, we'd have to wear our gas masks to avoid getting infected. We both know that's where all of this started. That's why it's even more dangerous there, Lennox. I know it's dangerous there, Axton. But we can't stay here forever. We need to act and find a solution to this problem. And you're the one I thought could save all of us who survived, Axton. I will help you with everything you need to make the medicine. Are you sure about this, Lennox? If that's what you want, then I have no choice but to go to Dr. Besher's laboratory.
What? Are you two going crazy, or are you just so bored that you came up with that idea? Why are we moving again? We're safe here, Lennox.
I'm sorry, Horu, but we need to go to Dr. Besher's laboratory. We have to find a way to end this problem. We won't get out of here if we stay cowardly and just cry. And lastly, we won't move forward if we do nothing, Horu. That's why we need to get to Dr. Besher's laboratory, so Axton can create a medicine against the infectious disease. Do you understand?
What? Are we going to take another risk again? Aren't all of you afraid of putting ourselves in danger again? We're already in a safe place. And Then you still thought of going outside?
We're not forcing you to come with us. If you prefer to stay here, that's perfectly fine with us, Horu. But if you prefer to stay here, that's perfectly fine with us. But if ever we go, it might take a long time before we're able to return, or worse, we won't be able to come back here anymore.
If that's the plan you two decided on, then I'm going to support you two in making the cure. Axton, I'll go with you. I don't want to be left here alone. What the fuck? Do I even have a choice if I say I'll stay here alone, huh? Of course. You all know that I don't want to be left here alone. Tisk! Seriously, Lennox, aren't we supposed to be on the same side here? Why does it seem like you're favoring the two of them instead?
I'm sorry, Horu, but I have to go with Axton to the laboratory. I'm the one who asked him to go there. I'm the one who pushed him to make the medicine. So, you have no choice but to come with us too, because otherwise, you'll be left here all alone.
I really don't have any choice anyway. It's not like I can stay here all alone.
If you're already sure about that decision, Horu, then we will leave here tomorrow morning. We need to get ourselves ready for tomorrow. When morning came, you didn't waste a single minute and immediately prepared the things you would need to bring. You all had to leave early to avoid being caught by darkness on the road. All of you immediately began packing your belongings. Secure the gear. Drag the circle upward to zip it closed. Zip. Load the ammo. Drag the bullet pack into the bottom of the gun. Huh? There we go. Step 2, ready your weapon. Pull the top part of the gun back, then let go. The slide. Slide it. You are all ready to leave the mansion and face the dangers outside once again. Even though you had no idea what awaited you as you left the mansion and walked along the road toward Dr. Bescher's laboratory.
Lennox, are you sure that Axton can make medicine for this contagious disease? What if the situation only gets worse because of him? What if we also end up dying because of the medicine he made? You trust him too much, but you don't even know yet if he can actually do it or not.
I believe in him, Horu. I believe in Axton's abilities. I know he can make the medicine. Let's allow him to prove his abilities as an aspiring scientist.
Is Dr. Bescher's laboratory still far, Axton? If we're still far from the laboratory, we need to find a place where we can stay for the night. It's too risky to walk at night.
We're still quite far from the laboratory. It's impossible for us to reach there before nightfall. It looks like there are a lot of houses around here. If night catches us on the road, we can stop and spend the night in one of those houses. You all continued walking along the road when you suddenly heard the sound of a vehicle nearby. You immediately stopped and looked around, trying to locate the source of the engine noise. A sudden sense of unease washed over you. Damn it, there's a vehicle nearby. I can only think of two possibilities for who they are. If they're not police officers, then they're survivors like us. We need to hide first. They must not see us. I have a bad feeling about them. Hurry up, let's hide here. Quickly but carefully, you hid in a corner, staying out of sight of anyone in the vehicle. Your heart pounded with anxiety, but you kept your fear hidden. Together, you all entered a nearby house.
Let's see if we can find some food here that's still safe to eat, says the strange man. It seems we're not the only ones searching for food in this area. We've been going to all sorts of places looking for clean food, but we still can't find any. Hopefully, we can find some food in this house.
You all heard a loud noise as someone entered the house, so you all pressed yourselves even more tightly into one corner. But no matter how hard all of you tried to hide together, the strangers from the vehicle earlier still spotted you.
Who are you, huh? What are all of you doing here? Are you all infected?
All of you froze, a mix of surprise and fear. You stepped out of your hiding spots and raised your hands to show that you meant no harm. Your eyes darted between the baseball bat held by the strange man and the gun held by the strange girl.
We're not bad people. We're here because we're looking for something to eat, and we were going to a lab.
You immediately cut off what Sierra was about to say. No one could know where all of you were going, especially since you were with a scientist. At the grocery store, yeah. We will go there if we can't find any food here. We're also looking for food that we can eat.
Good timing. We're all here now. Where's the food you've all gathered? Give us all your food if you don't want to get hurt.
Your heart pounded faster with anxiety and fear as the strange woman pulled out her gun and aimed it at all of you. Without hesitation, she stepped closer, still holding her gun. Meanwhile, the strange man gripped his baseball bat, aiming it at all of you in case anyone tried to resist, ensuring there would be only one hit to deal with.
Wait, just a moment. Please, don't steal food that doesn't belong to you. We worked hard for that food too. Why are you taking it? After you said that and tried to take back the bags of food from them, a sudden, powerful blow struck your back before you could reach your bag. You crashed to the ground, but the strange man wasn't finished. He continued beating you until you could no longer stand on your own. You shameless people! What did you do to my husband, huh? You all have such an awful attitude! Your eyes widened as the stranger girl aimed her gun at Horu. Even if you had wanted to get up and protect her, your body ached too much, and you couldn't stand. Shut your fucking mouth, woman! You will be the first to disappear before your husband if you don't shut your mouth! That's enough. We won't fight with you guys. Can you let us go now? Just let us leave. You already have the food you wanted, right? We still have a long way to go. We'll also look for food and a place to stay later tonight. No. Tell us first where all of you are going. Why do all of you seem to be in a hurry, huh?
I don't know if you're deaf or if you just didn't hear what Sierra said. We're just looking for a place to stay for tonight. That's why we're in a hurry. So, we hope you'll let us find a place to stay tonight. We also need to look for our food for today.
Damn you! Good thing we managed to get some food from you. If we hadn't, all of you might already be lying lifeless on the floor by now. Let them go. We've got what we needed. Their food. They're all useless anyway, since there's nothing else we can take from them.
You let out a sigh of relief when you heard what the strange man said. Axton quickly came over and helped you to stand up. Your body was still aching in pain, so you stood up slowly. When the strangers finally left, you heard Horu start to complain. Why did we have to leave Dr. Bescher's mansion when we were safe there? Look at what's happening to us now. We almost disappeared from this world. We almost all died before we reached Dr. Bescher's laboratory. We still had food. And now, look what happened. Can you just shut your mouth, Horu? Your blame isn't helping the situation. Stay with us. Unless you want to be alone there. How dare you? Stop it, Horu. Sierra's right. Let's not blame each other. Because no matter how much we regret it, we can't get back the food they took from us. We won't be able to move forward if we keep complaining. I already told you. We needed to leave Dr. Bescher's mansion so we could find a way to defeat the contagious disease that spreads now. You all continued walking, searching for a place where you could still find food, until you came across a large grocery store along the way. You headed straight towards it, but froze when you saw the crowd inside. None of them were wearing any protective equipment. It's too crowded inside the grocery store. And I don't know if it's safe to take food from inside that grocery store. I'll go inside. All of you stay here and wait for me to come out of that grocery store. I'm fully equipped with protective gear, so I won't get infected by the people inside. I'll go with you inside. It's better if you have someone with you, Sierra. No need, Lennox. Stay here with them. I'll quickly check if there's any food inside that we can still eat. We can't all go inside. We know they're already infected. I'll go with you inside the grocery store, Sierra. It's better if you have someone with you in there, just in case something happens. No buts. You two, Lennox and Horu, can wait here outside. Let's go, Sierra. You watched Sierra and Axton as they walked towards the grocery store. Meanwhile, you and your wife, Horu, waited outside, your eyes fixed on them. You saw Sierra talking to a woman, and a few moments later, Axton joined the conversation as well. Sierra! Even though your body still ached from being beaten by strangers earlier, you rushed into the grocery store. You immediately grabbed the hand of the woman who was pulling Sierra's hair. Meanwhile, Axton got into a fistfight with a man. Oh. A to attack, D to dodge. What? Huh? Okay. Oh, got it. When he turns red, you gotta get out of the way, I guess. Yeah, like that. Oh, he got me. Bonk, bonk. Up, duck. Bonk, bonk. That's gonna be a knockout. Great job. That's enough, Axton. I'm not even sure if the food here is safe, since they're all already infected. It's better if we leave before we get infected, too. Sierra, let's go. But what will we eat later if we can't find any food, Lennox? And we still haven't found a place to stay for the night. Fuck those strangers. This is all their fault. Damn it. That's enough, Sierra. We might come across another grocery store. There's still plenty of time before nightfall, but we need to hurry. You left the large grocery store without getting any food. Once again, you all walked to search for other stores that had plenty of food and a place to spend the night. Once again, you all walked to search for other stores that had plenty of food and a place to spend the night. It seems we won't come across any houses nearby. Our house is close here if you'd like. We can stay there for the night. But if none of you are okay with it, we can look for another place to stay. It's fine with me. It's better if we stay there so that we're all safe. It's fine with me too, as long as your house is safe. Deal. Maybe we should look for at least a little food first before we go to our house. At least we have something to ease our hunger tonight. You're right, Axton. Let's look for food first while we're on our way to your house, Axton. As you all continued walking and looking around, you came across a small store. You quickly moved toward it to see if any clean food was left, but Horu reached it before you. Her sudden shout startled you. You saw Horu looking scared as she stared into the small shop.
An infected person. He's close to becoming a moving flesh.
Calm down, Horu. That won't be able to get close to you. You saw an infected person inside the small store with only their head still covered in skin. He was still alive, but from the way he moved, you could tell it was growing weaker. But even though he was growing weak, he still managed to say something. Infected person says,
Stay away from here, you shouldn't come near my store.
Let's not stay here for too long. It's too dangerous to stay here for long. In just a few moments, this infected will turn completely into flesh. Let's get the food that we can still eat in his store. That's the last bullet left in my gun. And the gun that we will use now is your gun, Lennox. Unless we pass by somewhere we can get bullets. You saw the infected person who was already dead, and you began taking food from inside the store. You felt fear while the infected person was beside you. You couldn't help but think that what Axton had done was the right thing. But you thought that what Axton did to the man was also the right thing. Rather than letting the man continue to suffer from the infection, Axton ended his life. Let's go. At least we managed to get some food that we can still eat. It's enough for us to have something to eat tonight. After gathering the food, and as the evening shadows lengthened, you continued walking toward Axton's house. By the time you arrived, darkness had already fallen. You were greeted by the sight of a modern house. Your house is really big as well, Axton. Look, hon, this was the house I dreamed of back then. This house came from my parents. It was the first house they owned, making it incredibly meaningful to them. They gave it to me as a gift on my 21st birthday. But sadly, they're no longer here. What were your parents' jobs before, Axton? My mom worked as a private school teacher, and my dad was a doctor. I'm their only child. They wanted to give me a sibling, but it's no longer possible because we would lose my mother if she became pregnant again. This day has been really exhausting. We should get some rest so we'll have the strength for tomorrow. How can you get up from lying down when something heavy is pressing you down? How do you face each day when every battle you fight ends in defeat? Can you survive in a world consumed by endless chaos? Chaos that never ends, day after day, it's always the same? And you don't even know how long you can endure these repetitive days just to survive in such a chaotic world. The moment you woke up, you saw Horu peacefully sleeping beside you. You couldn't help but smile, because she was the first person you always saw every morning. You had no other wish than to always be with your wife. After finishing getting ready, you kissed Horu on the forehead before you left your room and headed to the kitchen. There, you found Axton and Sierra.
Excuse me. I'll leave for a while. There's something I need to do.
Your eyes followed Sierra as she left the kitchen. You furrowed your brow as you looked at Axton, who was now staring at you with a teasing smile on his lips. What happened to her? Did you have a fight with her, Axton? Ah! You're making me laugh so early in the morning, Lennox. Why? What's wrong? I'm not joking, Axton. I'm asking you seriously, man. What's wrong with her? What reason would I have to fight with a woman this early, Lennox? And besides, did you hear us shouting? Or anything like that? No, right? Then why did she look like she was crying when she walked out earlier? I have no idea. Why don't you ask her instead? Who knows? She might answer that question of yours, right? I'll talk to her later. I don't want Horu getting upset if she sees me and Sierra together. You know she's jealous of Sierra. I don't want to give her a reason to be jealous. We're leaving in a little while, as soon as Horu wakes up. Is Dr. Bescher's laboratory close to here? Yes, we'll probably make it there before dark. All right, I'll just pack our things. Please tell Sierra as well so she can prepare her things. It looks like she is in a bad mood, and she might fight with me. After talking with Axton, you immediately said goodbye and returned to your room with Horu to pack your bags and your belongings. When you entered, you saw your wife already awake and getting herself ready. Good morning, hon. Good morning. Are you ready to leave this house again? We need to get to Dr. Bescher's laboratory. I know you're scared again and you want to stay here inside the house where you'll be safe, but nothing will happen if we stay here, Horu. Soon, when Axton finishes making the medicine for the infectious disease, we'll be free again, hon. We need to leave again, so let's get ourselves ready. The laboratory of Dr. Bescher's isn't far from here. We should reach it before nightfall. We need to find at least a little food again first. I think it's going to be a bit harder now, since we're not the only survivors around here. Sierra is right. It's getting really hard for us to find food now. All of us want to survive from this contagious disease. Let's try to save as much food as we can for now. But when we leave this house, we should search for even a bit of food on the way to Dr. Bescher's lab. After everyone finished talking, you all got ready to go out again. Even then, your mind lingered on what had happened to Sierra in the kitchen. You noticed how quiet she was as you walked together. All of you go ahead to Dr. Bescher's laboratory. I'll take care of finding our food. We won't be able to reach Dr. Bescher's laboratory if all of us are searching for food at the same time. No, Sierra. We'll go to Dr. Bescher's laboratory together. We'll look for our food together. Together. No one should be left here to search for food alone. We all must reach the laboratory safely. But won't it take us longer to reach Dr. Bescher's laboratory if we stop to look for food first? And besides, I know where Dr. Bescher's laboratory is. Don't worry. I'm sure I can get there safely. I'm sorry, Sierra, but we're in this together. We'll find food as a group, and we'll reach the laboratory together. No buts, period. Lennox is right, Sierra. Avoidance isn't the solution to... Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. You furrowed your brows at Axton's interrupted statement. You noticed Sierra giving him a sharp look, but Axton didn't seem the least bit intimidated by her glare. Instead, he laughed, and you could see the annoyance on Sierra's face. That's enough. If you all insist on coming, then there's nothing I can do. Let's go find some food so we can get to the laboratory early. You all began searching for food together. You kept glancing at Sierra, unable to stay calm around her. In your entire life, this was the first time you'd felt concerned about another woman, aside from your wife. You spent several minutes searching for food. Once you had gathered enough, you all decided to leave and continue toward Dr. Bescher's laboratory. A large building came into view as you came to a stop. It was painted white and had many glass windows. Is this Dr. Bescher's laboratory, Axton? I didn't expect his laboratory to be this big. Yes, but we won't be able to enter the laboratory because there are a few moving flesh outside the door. We need to kill them before we can fully enter the laboratory. Leave it to me. Let me have your knife, Axton. All of you stay here. Are you sure, Sierra? I know you're brave, but I can help you if you want. No need, Axton. I can handle it alone. Axton handed his knife to Sierra, and she took it without hesitation and moved swiftly toward the moving flesh near the entrance of the laboratory. Tap the flesh to slice them. Oh, we got like a butterfly one. There's like a creepy groovy. Gotta watch out for the butterflies. We got them all. Okay, she handled it. Each slash from Sierra echoed with a sharp, unforgiving sound, as if the moving flesh carried the weight of a deep personal offense against her. You all watched as Sierra took down the moving flesh. Everyone stayed still, and the moving fleshes were already in pieces from her sharp slashes. That's enough, Sierra. Those things won't be moving anymore. Whatever anger you have, don't take it out on the moving flesh. Axton stopped laughing when Sierra glanced at him with a sharp look. Gasping for breath, she approached all of you, the knife in her hand covered in blood. Without a word, she handed it back to Axton. She gave the knife back to Axton. Thanks for your knife, Axton. There are no more moving flesh blocking our path to the laboratory door. We can head inside the laboratory now. Thank you so much, Sierra. I didn't know you were that brave. No. You actually, it seems like you become even braver now. Is there something wrong? Nothing, Lennox. Why? Is it wrong to be brave? I can't be weak, Lennox. Nah, it's not that. It's just you've been acting a little different since this morning. Maybe you just weren't in the mood earlier, from what I know. Women's moods tend to change, so I understand. If there's really nothing bothering you, that's good to hear. I'm happy you're stronger now, Sierra. You really need to be brave in these situations. Being weak will lead you to death. Oh, I'm sorry again. Just don't mind me. I'm just in a good mood because my morning started off nicely. All right, that's enough talking. Let's head into the laboratory before we're seen by other people. I bet I know what's going on. I'm going to pause for a second because I bet I know what's going on here. I think I know what's happening. I think that what's going on is that this morning, our slut whore wife went in to Action's room and rode him like a government mule. That's what I think happened. And I think that Sierra knows about it. And that's why she's pissed off. Because Horu and Axton have this ongoing thing behind our back. She's taking advantage of the fact that, well, our guy, he's a bit of a schlub, isn't he? To take what he's taking so far in this story. It's not so good. But that's what I think's going on. So we'll see how it plays out. Also, I wouldn't be surprised if Dr. Besher is Axton's dad or some shit like that, some relation. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Or worse, more of those moving flesh show up here again. Let's go. The four of you walked together toward the laboratory entrance. Each step was careful and deliberate as you approached, ensuring that all of you could enter safely. Once you were all close enough, Axton stepped forward and opened the door, revealing a hallway filled with deafening silence. Hello? Is there anyone here? It seems like there's no one here anymore, Axton. Who'd want to go to the lab where that contagious illness started, right? You all continued walking down the hallway. Your eyes scanned the various pieces of equipment scattered around, but what truly caught your attention was a large glass test tube. Inside, there was something unusual. At first, it looked like a thick tree root, pulling you closer in fascination. But the moment you looked closer, a chill ran down your spine. It was a moving flesh. The fuck? This flesh is extremely aggressive. I'm sure Dr. Besher placed it inside the human test tube. But I don't know why he decided to put it here when he could have simply killed it instead. This might be the cat that he first injected with his failed medicine. But I'm still unsure of his purpose, or what exactly he wanted to achieve with the cat's moving flesh. But I just hope that the aggressive flesh doesn't get out of the test tube, because I'm sure it would cause much bigger problems. How can you tell that it's Dr. Besher's cat inside that test tube, Axton? I admire Dr. Besher as a scientist, Lennox. I know almost everything he does, including the creation of his final medicine. He probably knows because it's his daddy. He also said that the first one he would inject with the medicine was his own cat. That's why I know this aggressive flesh is his cat. We might be able to use this later when you start making the medicine, Axton. For now, let's check out the entire lab. You stole another glance at the moving flesh inside the massive test tube. Your eyes widened in shock as you saw it move and press itself against the glass. Startled, all of you instinctively stepped back.
Holy shit! Are you sure this aggressive flesh can't get out of the glass? That flesh acting really aggressively.
No, just don't take off your protective equipment for our safety. That test tube is thick. Like you, Horu. That's what he's thinking to himself. So it won't be easily broken by the aggressive flesh. But we just need to keep checking that aggressive flesh. Or we might not realize that it's already out of the tube. Once again, you walked through Dr. Besher's laboratory, carefully inspecting every area. As you all walked through the laboratory and came across something unusual, something even more shocking to all of you. You saw an old man with black hair mixed with a few strands of white hair, dressed in a laboratory coat. He was lifeless, but what shocked you was that the veteran scientist's appearance hadn't changed at all. Wait, that's Dr. Besher? I thought he was already one of the moving flesh! How is that possible, Axton? Wasn't he supposed to have fully turned into a moving flesh? Yeah, I don't know either, Lennox. We'll figure out later why he's still human. But look! If you look closely, you'll notice red patches on his neck and arms. It seems like the infection stopped spreading through the rest of his body. You followed Axton's finger as he pointed to Dr. Besher's body. Your brow furrowed because Axton was right. There were red patches on the veteran scientist's skin. Wait, are you saying he created something? Something that could stop the virus from spreading through the body before he died? Maybe, Lennox. That's one of the things we can experiment on, just in case. It's a good thing we explored the lab first before we started making the medicine.
What's this? A syringe with something inside. Is this medicine or a virus?
That might be one of the formulas he made. May I have it? It's something I want to study later that might help when I make the medicine later. Without hesitation, Sierra handed the syringe containing the medicine to Axton. After seeing Dr. Besher's condition, all of you continued walking in search for the laboratory room where the veteran scientist conducted his experiments. I need to start the experiments so we can make the medicine as soon as possible. If necessary, we can use Dr. Besher's body to test the medicine. I may also need a living infected subject for further trials.
A human? Seriously? Wouldn't an animal be enough?
Lennox, do you really believe that any animals are still alive until now? Are you joking? That's enough. Begin working on the cure, Axton. Axton immediately began working on the cure. Let's look around for some clues. A clue! A clue! Click the keywords to collect. The power behind the pill. Inactive versus active ingredients. Inactive ingredients ensure the stability, taste, and delivery of medications, while the active drug like amoxicillin provides the therapeutic effect. Guess we're good on that. And then over here, to my beloved wife, I'm sorry I haven't been home much. I'm still working on the vaccine, finding the right dosage form, and adding preservatives to ensure its stability. I hope you understand it's for the good of you, my love, so we can have more time together. And then here, drag the correct keywords to complete the research. And blank may provide a cure for an inactive and an amoxicillin. Are there any other things that I can look for here? What do we got? Let me look in here. Day XXX. I failed again. I need to find a cure quickly. My end might be near. Last chance infectino vaccine. It is a medicine used to prevent the spread of a skin allergy or skin disease. Maybe this time it is a success. Anything else? I think that's all of them. We can't open any of those. All right. So let's try. And may provide. And what? Not and medicine. What did it say over here? Didn't it say that very thing? It is a blank used to prevent the... Oh, infectino. That was it. An infectino vaccine. Why didn't that work? That doesn't work. Why isn't that working? It has pyridine, blank, and peptides. Preservatives? Why isn't they're not allowing me to do it? What are we doing here? Based on my findings, the contents of this syringe is a medicine made by mixing water with various drugs such as niacinamide. So maybe that's all of them. Maybe now I can drag. No? Still not letting me. Well, I think I've collected all of the shits now. Why don't they want to let me... Oh, there we go. Now it works. Okay. It has pyridine and niacinamide and peptides that can stimulate immune response and support skin repair. Most of its mixture is blank saline water. Blank as the base liquid for safe delivery. But if I try and combine blank ingredients that preserve moisture, inactive, prevent microbial growth, and improve solubility, the formulation gains stability and consistency, helping the active components form a reliable cure? No. A reliable medicine? No. A reliable dosage form? End. You stood beside him, silently watching as he went through each step. Even without knowing if you could truly develop a cure or if Axton's efforts would succeed, you both continued anyway. I'm nervous about what the two of us are about to do, Lennox. I still don't know how much when it comes to studying something like this. Yeah, I studied this. It was what I majored in during college. But it still doesn't feel like enough for me to make my own medicine. We've already discussed this, Axton. I'll help you to the best of my ability. Whatever you need to make this medicine, I'll be with you. Whether it works or not, the important thing is that you tried. Believe in yourself, and you'll be able to make it successful, Axton. Thank you, Lennox. You're the only person who's ever completely believed in me. Even my family didn't believe that I could create my own medicine. That's why I felt discouraged back then and even thought about quitting school and changing my college course. You don't have to worry, Axton. I'm the first person to believe in you. And that won't change. All you need to do is believe in yourself. Do what you want. All right? You stepped closer to Axton and lightly tapped his shoulder to encourage him to continue making the medicine. He nodded in response and quietly went back to his work. After talking with Axton, you left him in the laboratory room for a while so he could focus on creating the cure. You walked toward the lab's office and found Sierra resting there, sitting alone in a chair. When your eyes met, she immediately looked away. Are you all right, Sierra? I don't know what your problem is, but I've noticed for a while that it seems like you're not in a mood to talk. If I say no, is there anything you can do about it, Lennox? Then why? Are you really like that? That's not the Sierra I know. What? Look, Lennox, my mood isn't the same every day. What I feel today might be different tomorrow. What's wrong, Sierra? Is something bothering you? You can tell me. Worry about your wife, Lennox. She's the one you should be asking those questions to, not me. I'll go check on Axton for a moment. I'll leave you here for now. Excuse me. I'm not sure what's really wrong with her. Every time I ask her, she's avoiding me. But why do I feel this way? Why am I so concerned about Sierra? I don't understand myself either. You stayed in the office for a few hours, waiting for Horu, but no one came in. Then, you decided to go out and return to the laboratory room where Axton was working on the cure. When you arrived at the laboratory room, you found Axton alone, fully focused on his work. You slowly moved closer to him, careful not to break his concentration. Whatever's on your mind seems pretty heavy. What is it? Nothing, Axton. Where's Sierra? Did she not inform you and Horu before leaving? She told me earlier that she was leaving. She said she wanted to distance herself from us for a while. I thought the two of you talked. That's why she left. Didn't you get the chance to talk to her earlier? We talked earlier, but only for a short while. She was avoiding me. She didn't even tell me that she was planning to leave. I wonder where she could be going. Will she be able to manage on her own? That woman, she's really stubborn. Hopefully, she stays safe out there. We didn't force her to leave. I don't even know why she decided to leave and just walked out on us. She could have faced you and talked to you. Well, what do you mean? Well, I don't know if you're just numb or if you truly don't care about Sierra's feelings. Poor Sierra. Maybe it was right for her to leave. Don't you know that she likes you? Or do you actually know and just didn't care? Man, you're a heartbreaker. I know she has feelings for me, Axton. But she doesn't have to avoid us or distance herself just because of that. I don't know, Lennox. Wherever she is right now, I hope she is safe. I'll just finish what I'm working on. Oh, before I forgot. Tomorrow, we need to look for an infected person to test our first medicine. You nodded in response to his words. Then, you silently watched as he completed the preparation of the first medicine he had made. Take the correct vial, then... What do we do here? Formula. I guess, what, we do this? You take that, and then you... What do you gotta... You gotta fill it like that, and then you do the blue, and then you gotta fill the blue like that, and then you take the red, and then you Go ahead and fill it like that.
All right.
Oh, yeah. The next morning when you woke up, your wife Horu was no longer by your side. You immediately got up and looked for her. You found her in a corner with Axton, sharing a joyful conversation. Horu. Good morning, Han. I woke up earlier than you this morning. I didn't wake you up because it looked like you were still sleeping soundly earlier. Seeing how exhausted you were, I couldn't bring myself to wake you up that early, so I let you rest. You simply stared at Horu when Sierra suddenly came to your mind. The four of you would still be together if she hadn't left without saying goodbye. Yet, you couldn't understand why you seemed so worried about her. You repeatedly blinked, trying to stop thinking about Sierra. You ever do that? Thinking about something? I don't want to think about this anymore. I better blink a bunch. Ah! Maybe I was just tired and didn't realize that I ended up waking up later than usual. Linux, I have something I want to tell you. What is it, Axton? Last night, I tried taking off all my protective equipment inside the office room while we were sleeping. Maybe that office was closed before the virus began spreading, which is why it remains safe. By the way, Linux, we have to find someone infected later for the first medicine test. We'll need to go out later. Will you come with us, Horu? Yes, Axton. I'll come with you. No, Horu. You will stay here. It's safe for you to stay here. We won't stay outside for long. As soon as we find someone infected, we'll return, all right? But no buts, Horu. You will stay here whether you like it or not. I don't want you to come with us. It's safe here. Just don't try to escape from the laboratory while we're gone. After talking, you and Axton put on your protective equipment and immediately prepared to leave the laboratory. And your wife, Horu, was left alone inside the laboratory. While outside the laboratory, you and Axton didn't waste any time searching for infected individuals. You looked around your surroundings, but almost everyone had already turned into moving flesh. Because of that, none of them could be tested with the medicine Axton had developed. Looks like we can't find any infected person nearby, Linux. We can't even find any animals anymore. How are we supposed to test the medicine I made if we can't find an infected person? Let's keep looking. I'm sure we can still find some infected individuals here. If there's nothing here, then let's search farther away. We still have plenty of time. Don't lose hope. We'll find one later. You and Axton continued searching for an infected person. You stopped at a large shul you had passed by. Without hesitation, you both entered the building to look for the infected individual. Explore the shul. Let's go in here. Oh! Holy! This place! Let's get out of here! That's not a good room. Let's try that one. Should we look for some food here? Look in there. Look in any of these. You gotta, what does that mean? Drag it up. Aw, is this a love letter? Dear. Come on, we don't have time for that. Okay, go back. Just drag that up. Ah, shit! Crap, crap, crap. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do to it? I can't do anything to him. Ha, ha, ha. Hey, you okay? What just happened? The flesh got me. Where? My hand. It's in my hand. But that is just a towel. Huh? What? I think you're hallucinating. Everything that's going on, it's messing with your head. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know. Come on, we need to keep moving. That wasn't a good one. Let's see about this one. Oh, lucky, we have food. She's got some candies. Anything else around here? Nothing else, I guess. How do we... Oh, there we go. Leave there. Let's go in this door. While searching inside the shul, you found an infected dog. It was weak and covered in wounds, and you knew the dog was already infected. You felt happy because you now had something to test the medicine that Axton had developed. It's a good thing we still managed to find an animal, but it seems we'll have a hard time finding an infected person right now. Exactly. Let's head back to the lab and test the medicine on the dog. You carefully carried the weakened dog, which no longer resisted because it was growing weaker. When you returned to the laboratory, Axton immediately injected the medicine he had developed into the weakened dog. We need to lock this dog in a room where it can't infect anyone. How long will we observe that dog, Axton? I'm not sure either, Lennox. I'll see how long it takes for the medicine I developed to work. You brought the weakened dog into a glass room. You saw Axton sit in front of the glass while watching the weakened dog inside. I hope the medicine I made works, Lennox. I used the medicine made by Dr. Bescher, which stopped the wounds from spreading on his skin. I don't know what Dr. Bescher put on his medicine, but the spreading of redness on his body stopped. Even if our first trial of the medicine doesn't work, just keep going, Axton. Veteran scientists also started from the beginning. There are no shortcuts to success, Axton. Everyone struggled first before they became successful. Always remember that. Thanks a lot, Lennox. You always encourage me. I don't know how I could ever return the favor for all that you do. Don't mention it, Axton. Who else would help each other in a situation like this, if not us? You spent several hours observing the still weak dog inside the glass room. It was just lying there, and if you looked at it, it seemed like it wouldn't survive for long. You and Axton took turns watching over it, switching duties. And since he had been awake all night and needed to sleep to regain his strength, you took over the watch. You left the weakened dog in the glass room to check on your wife, Horu, since you woke up earlier and she might already be looking for you. You hesitated to open the door because the moaning continued. You knew exactly whose voice it was, so there was nothing you could do but open the door. I was surprised, but at the same time, I already expected that you'd do this to me again, Axton and Horu. It's true what they say. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Lennox, we can explain. Lennox, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You don't need to apologize to me anymore, Horu. Repeatedly committing the same sin. You shouldn't apologize anymore, Horu. You say sorry, and then you do it all over again. What's even the point of your apology? No, I still have to apologize to you. I admit that what happened between Axton and me was my choice, Lennox. I'm sorry for my mistake. And it's up to you if you can still forgive me for the sin I've done. You're right. If I keep asking for your forgiveness while doing it again, it is worthless. That's why there is something I want to ask you, Lennox. For the sake of all our feelings. What is it? Let me go, Lennox. We'll both only suffer if we stay with each other. That's the only way I could think of to end this suffering of us. If we still continue this, Lennox, both of us will only get hurt. You weren't surprised by what Horu said, as you had felt her growing distant from you for a long time. But you didn't want to break the promise you made to your sister, Alora, that you would never abandon Horu. Because that was the last promise you ever made to her. Even though you're angry about her cheating, you still can't bring yourself not to forgive her, because the love you feel for her still outweighs everything. But will you be able to stop the person you love if you are no longer the one she wants? Can you truly let go of the one you love, especially when she's the one asking to be set free? The decision is now in your hands. Is it really a decision? Get the fuck out of here. Go on. Who would have thought our relationship would end like this, Horo? There's nothing more I can do. If leaving me is what you truly want, fuck it. Why would I stop you from what you want, right? I won't stop you, Horo. Love isn't like that, because love cannot be forced. I admit that what you did hurts so much, it hurts me deeply. But if you truly want to end our relationship, who am I to stand in your way? Then I'm letting you go, Horu. I'm really sorry, Lennox. I know this isn't easy for us, especially for you, but I believe you can get through this. Not now, but someday. Thank you, Lennox. You forced a smile after Horu spoke, a farewell smile for the woman you let go. Then you turned your back on them and went back to the dog you were observing. You didn't notice that Axton followed you in the glass room, but you didn't speak. Since he didn't hear you say anything, he entered the glass room and checked the dog he had injected. After a few moments of checking, he quickly came out of the glass door. The medicine is working on the dog. The red spots are no longer spreading across its body, and the dog is gradually recovering. It seems the medicine is working, Lennox, but we still need to test it on humans to be sure. Are you sure about that, Axton? It will be difficult for us to find an infected person. It seems we won't find any nearby the laboratory because almost all of them have already turned into flesh. If we can't find any infected person near the laboratory, we can look farther away if that's the only way, Lennox. We can't inject the medicine to ourselves until we are completely sure. If that's your plan, we'll do it. We just need to be extra careful. After your conversation with Axton, you didn't waste any more time. The two of you immediately prepared to leave the laboratory again and search for an infected person. When you were finally outside, you quickly looked for an infected person near the laboratory. But just as you had told Axton, you found no one. Everyone had already completely turned into flesh. I bet we're going to find Sierra and save her, and then we'll get with her. And that'll be the happy ending. When you couldn't find an infected person, you and Axton didn't realize that you had already wandered far from the laboratory. The two of you stopped in front of a church. Before you and Axton could fully step inside the church, you already heard a woman crying. The sound was coming from inside the church. You and Axton exchanged a brief glance. Huh? Then carefully opened the church doors. As you walked down the center of the aisle, the woman's sobs grew louder and louder, until you saw a woman in one corner still crying. When you looked at her skin, it was already covered in red spots, one of the symptoms of the infectious disease. Help! I don't know what to do. I don't want to die yet. Please, help me. Have mercy on me. Take a breath. We will help you, ma'am. Do you want to come with us? Yes. Will you truly help me recover from this virus? I'll go with you. I want to get better from this contagious disease. Yes, ma'am. We will help you as long as you come with us. It was clear on the infected woman's face that she hoped she would get better if she went with you. Despite her struggle to move, she forced herself to stand. So, you quickly stepped forward to support her as she tried to stand. She didn't hesitate to go with you, but she had no idea that she was only going to be used as a test subject for the medicine you and Axton developed. It looked like Sierra. Maybe I'm wrong. The walk back to the laboratory was somewhat slow because of the infected woman you had found. By the time you finally reached the laboratory, it was already dark. When you entered the laboratory, you looked away when Horu greeted Axton with a hug. They were just putting it right in his face. Lennox, let's go and help me with the infected woman. We need to inject her before the symptoms get any worse. You just nodded to Axton and glanced once more at Horu, who was now looking at the woman you brought with you. Axton walked ahead, guiding the infected woman by the hand, while you were left behind with Horu. After a few moments, Horu also left, leaving you alone. You took a deep breath before walking and followed Axton. When you arrived at the laboratory room, you saw Axton holding a syringe filled with the medicine he had developed. What are you holding? What are you going to do to me? I thought you were going to help me get better. Yes, ma'am. That will help stop the wounds from completely spreading across your body. Please calm down, ma'am. You signaled Axton to inject the medicine into the infected woman. He quickly followed your instructions and suddenly injected the medicine into the infected woman's arm. All she could do was watch the emptied syringe that Axton held. Afterwards, you immediately brought the woman to the glass room, where the dog you were observing was still kept. Let's observe the woman. Also find out if she can infect the dog, even though we've already injected it. All right, I'll stay here and keep watch for now. You can take over later. After several hours of watching, you didn't notice any reaction from the woman you injected. The same goes for the dog, which is now sitting up and looking at the woman beside it inside the glass room. You heard Axton's footsteps approaching, so you quickly looked at him. Lennox, how are the two of them? I didn't see any changes or reaction from the medicine in their bodies, Axton. But I noticed that the dog is now able to sit. That means the medicine is having a good effect on the dog. That's a good sign then. I'll just check on the woman inside the glass room. After the conversation, he immediately went inside the glass room to check on the infected woman. You just watched from outside the glass room while Axton busied himself checking the dog and the infected woman inside. After a while, Axton came out right away after he talked to the infected woman. How's the check going? Is the medicine you made working on them? I don't know if the medicine we made was successful, Lennox. Because what we wanted was a medicine that would cure those infected with the disease. But the one I was able to make is just a form of a vaccine against the virus. It's fine, Axton. What matters is that you still made something. Vaccine is still considered a medicine. Will it work once we inject it into ourselves? Yes, it will work on us, Lennox. But the dog and the woman inside the glass room are still infected. The medicine can't cure someone who is already infected, but it can prevent the virus from spreading further in their bodies, so they won't completely turn into moving flesh. As I said, it's fine. What's important is that you will save the lives of others, Axton. I'm happy that you made your own medicine now. You've finally achieved the course you've always dreamed of. And I know you'll be able to create more medicines and become one of the veteran scientists in the world someday, Axton. Just trust yourself. Why are you like that, Lennox? After everything I've done to you, why are you still kind to me? You shouldn't have helped me make the medicine. You should be angry at me. Hit me or punch me. What's the point of getting angry, Axton? Even if I get angry at you now, it won't change anything. She still won't come back to me. I love my wife very much, but I can't force someone to stay if they no longer feel anything for me. I don't want that, Axton. I don't want to see her sad while she's here with me. Tell me, Axton, am I stupid for letting her go? I don't know either, Lennox. I'm sorry, Lennox. I don't want to push her away from me. because I'd only be lying to myself and to you if I said I don't love her. She was mine once, Axton. I loved her with everything I had. I never failed to give her all my love because that was the promise I made to my sister, Alora, before we left her on the road. I loved Horu more than I loved myself. But I don't want her to be sad just because I want her to stay. Even if she no longer wants to. Take care of her, Axton, the way I did. With all the love and care I gave her. And if possible, love her even more than I ever could. I will, Lennox. You have my word. I will love and take care of her even more than you did. Thanks. So, when will you inject the vaccine you made into us? I'm going to make more vaccines now. We can actually let the dog and the woman out of the glass room once we've been injected with the vaccine I'm going to make. We can also take off our protective equipment. You nodded in agreement with what he said. Axton, can you teach me how to properly inject that medicine? I want to learn so that I can also help you with the injections. Only if you want to. If not, that's okay as well. Are you sure, Lennox? It's okay with me if you want to learn the correct way to inject it. Would you like to be the one to inject me with the vaccine? Are you sure, Axton? Yes, Lennox. I'll guide you, so there's no need to be worried. Here, hold the syringe the way you would a pencil or a dart. You were tense while holding the syringe filled with a vaccine. You had no experience when it came to giving injections, though you believed you could do it. You prepared the needle to inject Axton. Hold the muscle around the spot with your thumb and index finger, Lennox. Then, insert the needle at a 45 to 90 degree angle to the pinched up skin. After that, push the medicine into the muscle. He guided you on the proper positioning as you carefully inserted the needle into his skin. Despite being nervous, you followed his instructions. You managed to do it properly as well. After you injected Axton, both of you waited for several hours before finally removing your protective equipment. The dog is released, together with the woman who was used to test the medicine. Whoa, that was intense enough to make me hold my breath. Thank you, Axton. If only Alora were here and still alive, she would have experienced this too. Being free and not having to wear any protective equipment on her body. But I wasn't a good older brother to her. Wherever she is now, I'm sure she's happy for you. Because she has a brave, kind, and loving older brother. She's proud of you, Lennox. Believe me. I hope so, Axton. I hope she's proud of me. Axton gave you a gentle pat on the shoulder after you said that. You woke up because of the noise you heard coming from outside the office where you were sleeping. Because of it, you couldn't fall back asleep. Even without seeing who it was, you already knew that was Horu's voice you had heard. Without hesitation, you got up and checked to see who was making the noise. When you opened the door, you weren't mistaken because you saw Horu talking to Axton. But what caught your attention were their belongings. Where are we going once we leave this laboratory, Horu? Far from here, Axton. We're safe now, right? We can leave the laboratory without wearing any protective equipment. Let's get out of here, Axton. If that's what you want, we'll leave this place. But first, we need to inform Lennox about our plan. We can't just leave here without letting him know, Horu. Why do we need to inform him, Axton? To say goodbye, probably? You know what, Horu? When a guest is about to leave the house, they say goodbye to the person inside the house. Why are we teaching her manners like she's a kindergartner? Lennox. Lennox, I'm sorry for letting you know so suddenly about our leaving. This morning, when Horu woke up, she suddenly told me about her plan to leave the laboratory. We're leaving now. I don't know where we'll go once we leave this laboratory. I've made a lot of vaccines and I left them in the laboratory room. Be careful here, Lennox. I left the vaccines I made in the laboratory. Be safe out there, Axton. I hope you and Horu will find a place to stay quickly. But is it okay if I talk to Horu for a moment first? It's alright, Lennox. I'll just wait for you in the hallway, Horu. You watched Axton after saying goodbye. He carried all their belongings and brought it all toward the hallway. After that, your gaze returned to Horu, who was standing in front of you, waiting for you to speak. Take care of yourself, Horu. All I wish for you is your happiness. I hope you will love Axton even more than you loved me before. Well, he better hope so, huh? It's better that I'm the one who gets hurt between us, rather than me being the one to hurt your feelings, Horu. Don't worry, I'll be okay too. Not now, but who knows, day by day, all the wounds and pain might eventually heal. Thank you, Lennox. Take care of yourself, too. Just like how you used to take care of me before. I'm sorry, Lennox. I hope you don't think anything is wrong with you because I chose Axton over you. Well, I mean, how is he not to think that? What, do you know this guy for a day? And he's wearing a fucking full hazmat suit the whole time? And you couldn't resist that? I mean, what gives? How bad was the home life? How bad was the sex life? How bad was all life for Horu to cheat on her husband, throw away her marriage for this guy that they met like on the road within like 24 hours? She's, you know, doing tricks on it and so forth. I hope you don't think anything's wrong with you. It's all my fault. I'm really sorry. Yeah, it is all your fault. You are the definition of a slut, ma'am. That's why they made the word up. Some people don't like that word, but it totally fits for this lady. If you do this to your husband, you're a slut. Sorry, not sorry. Goodbye, Lennox. Until our paths cross again. You forced a smile for the woman you once loved before she finally walked away from you. After Horu and Axton left Dr. Bescher's laboratory, you decided to leave as well. Carrying the medicine Axton had made, you got into a car parked by the side of the road. You hadn't gotten far from the laboratory when you noticed someone walking along the roadside. Even just from that person's back, you already knew who it was. You stopped the car beside the woman and stepped out of the car. When she saw you, she stopped walking and looked in your direction. It's Sierra. Lennox? Sierra, how are you? Where have you been? Why'd you leave the laboratory without saying goodbye? Huh? Don't you know that I was worried? We are worried about you. Why aren't you wearing a full gas mask? You're not even wearing any protective equipment, Lennox. Are you already infected? No, Sierra. I'm not infected. Axton developed a vaccine against the virus. It's not a cure that can completely remove the virus from our bodies, but it can prevent the virus from spreading throughout our bodies. I'm glad I found you here. Come here. I brought the vaccine. You should get vaccinated as well, so you won't need to keep wearing protective equipment anymore. You quickly opened the front seat of the car to let Sierra in. Then you got into the driver's seat, grabbed a syringe, and filled it with the vaccine. You secretly laughed at how quickly she looked away. You prepared the syringe filled with the vaccine and immediately injected it into her arm. Let's wait a few hours before we remove your protective equipment. I'm sorry for suddenly injecting you with the vaccine. Are you all right? Does it hurt? Do you feel anything unusual? I'm fine, Lennox. I don't feel anything painful or unusual in my body. Thanks a lot for the vaccine. I'm glad to hear that Axton's first medicine was successful. I can't believe we're finally able to use it now. But where's Horu and Axton? Why aren't they with you? They're together now, Sierra. She chose Axton over me. They left the laboratory. After Axton made the vaccine, Horu asked him to leave with her. I don't know where they are now, but I hope they've already found a place to stay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Lennox. I never imagined Horu would do that to you. But it's not surprising anymore, right? It's okay, Sierra. I'm slowly starting to accept everything. Besides, there's nothing I can do anymore if she really wants to leave. Because if she truly loved me, she would have stayed. Sierra? You're right, Lennox. Nothing will happen if you say, since she is the one pushing you away. Do you have a place to stay tonight? If there isn't anything yet, I have a place nearby. Only if you'd like. You're welcome to come with me. Why would I say no to your offer, Sierra? If I don't have a place to stay tonight? Then let's go before it gets dark on the road. You turned on the car's engine while Sierra sat beside you. The surroundings were quiet, and so was it inside the car. Sierra only spoke when she began pointing out the way to the house she had mentioned. After a few minutes of driving, you stopped the car at a 2-story house. Do you know the owner of this house, Sierra? I don't know who owns this house, Lennox. But when I first stepped into this house, there were 5 moving flesh. Maybe they were the owners of this house, and they had completely turned into moving flesh. But I immediately killed the 5 moving flesh. I didn't have any other place to stay that time, and it was already dark when I found this house. I see. I'm glad you quickly found a place to stay. Later tonight, we can finally remove your protective equipment so you can get some fresh air. Okay, Lennox. Thanks for the vaccine. If you hadn't seen me earlier, I might have ended up wearing this protective equipment for the rest of my life. Your gaze remained fixed on Sierra while she was talking, and as you kept staring at her, you suddenly remembered the question you had asked her that she still hadn't answered until now. Why did you leave the laboratory without saying anything? I told Axton before I left the laboratory, Lennox. I said goodbye to him. Why did you only say goodbye to Axton? Why didn't you say goodbye to me? Was he the only person there with you in the laboratory? Tell me, are you mad at me, Sierra? Did I do something wrong that you have to leave the laboratory? No, Lennox, I'm not mad at you. I intentionally didn't inform you that I would be leaving the laboratory. After all, why would I tell you I'm leaving when I've been avoiding you, right? Why? I don't understand, Sierra. Why do you have to avoid me? Because I love you, Lennox. And I don't know how to get rid of these feelings for you because even now, I still like you. Now tell me, is there a medicine to get rid of this feeling I have for you? Even if there were a medicine to remove your feelings from me, I still wouldn't tell you, Sierra. After saying that, you looked at Sierra and secretly smiled, as you noticed the confusion on her face because of what you said. But why? Why would I tell you if there was a medicine to get rid of your feelings for me when I want you to keep holding on to your feelings for me? The kind of feeling where you can't imagine leaving me or choosing anyone over me. Because I want you to love only me, Sierra. I want to be the one in your eyes. I want to be the only one on your mind. Always. Can you do that, Sierra? Just love me completely, Sierra. And I will make you feel the love you want, even more than the love you have for yourself. I will, Lennox. I will love you with all my heart. I'll love you on your happiest days, and I'll love you even more on the days when you're feeling sad and burdened, Lennox. Then be my girlfriend, Sierra. Wait, no more courting? I'm surprised by what you're saying, Lennox.
Why do you ask me to be your girlfriend so suddenly? Where's the courting process before I have to say yes to you? Why? I want to know you even more as my girlfriend, Sierra. Just say yes and love me, Sierra, and I'll court you for the rest of our lives. Who am I to say no to you, Lennox? Why should I wait for too long to answer you when you already know that I love you? Yes, Lennox, I'm already your girlfriend. I promise you, Sierra, you will never have to ask for my time and love. Because I'll give it all to you freely and completely. Thank you, Lennox. I promise you that I will never leave you no matter what happens. Always remember that. I love you, Lennox. Thank you as well, Sierra. Thank you for staying by my side when everyone else left. You didn't just stay. You loved me. I love you more, my Sierra. Right after you said that, you didn't expect Sierra to hug you so suddenly. A soft smile formed on your face from her embrace. It was the first time you truly felt that hug. Everything lightened and all your problems vanished. In other words, you have found your home. A place where your surroundings became calm every time she hugged you. In a world full of chaos, killings, and fear, only those who dare to fight, who are brave and fearless, can survive. No matter how heavy the problems we carry each day, if you want to survive in a world where chaos never ends, you have to stand up and keep moving forward. Because in a world like this, the weak no longer survive. You have reached the end of the game. Thank you for playing. Return to the title screen. And that, everyone, has been Fleshbreak. Version 1.0, available on Steam. And I hope you enjoyed this animated reading of this visual novel with some very light gameplay elements to it. If you'd like to test it out for yourself, like I said, it's on Steam right now. It just came out. Give it a shot, please. On your way out the door, if you don't mind, if you've enjoyed this video, please like it, sub to the channel, and come and join me for a live stream sometime, Monday through Thursday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love to have you in the chats. Shoot the shit a little bit. Have a good time. But that's all I got for now. So let me know what you thought in the comments below. And that's going to do it. Until next time, everyone, take real good care. Keep kicking ass. Love you lots. Love, Willin. I'll be back very soon with another video for you to watch.
Goodbye.
We're gonna go viral with this one.